The rolling coverage, again, 24 hours of it will be live throughout and overnight. But first, let's check in to Kwazulu-Natal, which has been quite a situation going into these polls, violence and a lot of, sadly, political killings that we've seen. Highly contested eThekwini council as well, municipality. But somebody who's been watching the story of the province for us is Ayanda Mhlongo. She joins us now from the IEC Provincial Centre. Ayanda, very good evening to you. KZN, a lot of people talk about eThekwini, but the province is huge. What is the province telling us?
Yeah, absolutely, Peter. Very good evening to you. Good evening to our viewers at home. Certainly, Peter, interesting results coming out of the province of Kwazulu-Natal, and not only the eThekwini Metro. Of course, all eyes are going to be on the result of the Metro, but just to give our viewers a bit of a provincial overview in terms of where we are. Currently, we're at 46% of the votes that have been counted and captured, and leading the parties in the province is, of course, the African National Congress at 42, just over 42%, followed by the Democratic Alliance, the National Freedom Party at 2.55%, and the IFP, or rather, Peter, I should actually say, it's the IFP that is at second place with 24.78%, and the EFF at 8.7%. Of course, it was, as you said, highly contested election here across the province of KwaZulu-Natal. 78 political parties were battling it out for the over 901 wards in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and a record number of independents, 334 independents, and the majority of those independents, of course, were contesting in the eThekwini Metro. Interesting developments from the results that have come out today. We saw the Democratic Alliance taking for the very first time control of a municipality, the Umgeni municipality. We, of course, have also seen the IFP, the Inkatha Freedom Party, has performed well, and they've been able to, at this point, looking at the results that have come through, they have continued contained there are 13 councils that they were controlling, and of course they're said to have also gained other municipalities that were previously in the control of the ANC. Another party that has done well is the National Freedom Party, having now taken control of Dumbe municipality. Of course, this municipality they did run in 2011, and when the party was unable to contest the elections in 2016, they then lost their control in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. So very, very interesting developments in terms of the results that have been coming through here. As I said, hotly contested, and with so many parties all wanting a piece of the pie. And this gives us an opportunity now, as we start to get a clearer picture, Peter, of these results, that we now get to engage with the political parties just to get their reaction to the results and see whether or not they have done as well as they had hoped. And now I'm joined by Mr. Philani Mavundla, who's the leader of Abantu Batho Congress, ABC. And if I'm looking at the results at the current point, and this is the provincial result, Abantu Batho Congress are standing at 1.23% of the votes that have been captured in the province of KwaZulu-Natal so far. Let me introduce Mr. Mavundla. Mr. Mavundla, thank you so much for joining us. Just looking at the results in the province of KwaZulu-Natal and where you are, of course you are here as well following. Your reaction, are you pleased with how the party has performed?
Well, good evening. Hi, Anda. No, we are pleased. The nice thing about it is that we seems to be the kingmakers in the Umzinyathi district, especially in Umvoti municipality, as well as Ndomeni. So we are very pleased. We're still waiting for more to come.
I know that you also had a focus here in the eThekwini Metro, and of course the results of the Metro are not yet out yet. We're still standing at just under 30% of the votes that have been captured, but on the ground you do have your party agents, so they would have given you an idea and a sense of how you fared in the Metro.
Well, interestingly, we haven't received anything as far as the metro is concerned. We're waiting for that, hoping by the morning we should be seeing what is happening. But so far, we're quite pleased with what the party agents have given us.
A kingmaker, you say. So have you now started to think about coalitions? I know initially during your campaigns, many of the parties did not want to talk about coalitions at this point. I think now the realization is you might have to work with another party. Any idea yet who you might want to have some sort of an agreement with in the municipalities?
Nothing has been tied yet, but yes, we are talking with other political parties. One thing that we're still very sure about, that we're not going to move. We're not going to work with anyone that is, named as far as the corruptions are concerned. That was our ticket when we were campaigning. We're still standing by that we won't have anything to do with those, and the time will tell.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Thanks.
for your time, Pilani Mavundla, the leader of Abantu Batho Congress. Before I bring in my next guest, the provincial leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, Mr. Vusi Khoza. I'm going to move now into the focus of the metro. Mr. Khoza, let me welcome you and thank you very much for joining us. And specifically, all eyes have been on the eThekwini metro. This is where the Economic Freedom Fighters had said that you were concentrating your efforts, that you wanted to increase the support that you have in the metro. Let's look at the results that have come through at the moment. You have 9% of the results that have been captured. Of course, as I said, we still less than 30% of all the results that have been captured. So this picture in terms of the numbers that we're seeing now still can change, but at 9%.
We are very pleased. You'll remember that coming in 2016, we didn't do as much, but in 2014 we came in strong. Now standing at 9%. This picture will change and change very drastically, because you must remember the votes that have been counted are those from smaller, closer areas closer to Durban. The major ones have not come in where most of our support is coming from. And we are very strong in eThekwini, and I want to believe that by the morning, we're still at 30 and we're 10%. I can almost certainly guarantee you that we're going to beat the DA. We are most probably going to catch up with the IFP. By the end of the counting, the picture would have changed and will surprise a lot of people.
Another area that you had focused on, and I know the Commander-in-Chief of the EFF, Ms. Julius Malema, also visited, was the area of Pietermaritzburg in the Msunduzi area. Just speak to us about that area. That was another one of your focus areas as the EFF. The results there as well coming in a lot slower than we've seen in the other areas. Are you happy with your performance in Msunduzi?
Very much so. If you look at Moimpofana, for instance, we didn't have a seat. We have a seat now, and hopefully we will increase that. Look at the Richmond, we had 1, we are standing at 2. Umgeni, we never had a seat before, we've got 2 seats now. Mpandle, we never had a seat, we've got 3 now. So, so far, we've got 22 seats, and we believe that we are doing very well. Msunduzi, we've done very well. We are still going to do more. As you have indicated, very little has come through. A lot is still going to come through. We put an effort there. We really did very well. The results will prove that, same like we expected here in eThekwini.
Before I let you go, very, very important coalitions. I know initially you as the EFF as well were not ready to entertain discussions around coalitions. One municipality, eMadlangeni, we already see that it has been declared a hang. It is a hang municipality if you look at the numbers. You have a seat in that municipality, and you could be one of the kingmakers in that municipality, which they would then mean you might have to work with other parties. Have you yet, as a province, decided who you are going to work with?
We have not yet decided, but the criteria will always be that the people we can work with are people that subscribe to our policies of expropriation of land, policies of insourcing workers, policies of giving free water and electricity to the poor. If they don't agree to that, we'll be on our own. We'll be very happy as an opposition without working with anyone. In Amadlangeni, we're kingmaker previously. We've maintained our one seat, and we are going to continue to play that role. As to who we're going to be working with, that will be determined after the final count and the final results have been tallied and declared.
All right, thanks very much. Vusi, the leader of the EFF here in the province of Kwazulu-Natal. Peter, still some interesting developments that are still going to take place. As you heard, both parties are kingmakers in some of the municipalities. And of course, these results are not yet at 100%, so there's still a lot that could still change in terms of the picture here in the province of Kwazulu-Natal. But two parties that are pleased with the results that have come through. As I said, very, very interesting developments in the city, but the focus is going to be on the eThekwini Metro. We know from the IEC has said that by tomorrow morning, most of the results that have come through from the Metro will have been captured, and come the morning, we should get a better picture of who is likely to control this hotly contested Metro, the eThekwini Metro. Let me leave it there for now, Peter, and take things back to you.
Ayanda, thanks very much indeed. I've got a feeling that tomorrow is going to be a pretty significant day for South Africa, as by and large all of these results will be in, and the picture will be much, much clearer than it is right now, particularly when we talk about metros like eThekwini. But thank you so much for that update. Go and get some rest if you can with all of this going on. Ayanda, thanks so much.